Welcome back. Today I've got some food here in front of me. I'm going to explain what this is. We're going to do a bit of a mukbang. I'm going to eat this while I kind of talk to you about Vlogmas, how it's going to go on my channel this year, and what you can expect from the next month and beyond. So let's get into the food very first, because I am starving. I'm literally still sitting here in my gym clothes, home from the gym. I'm very hungry, and I made all of this food. I found a meatloaf recipe by Karissa's Vegan Kitchen and modified it slightly. So first off, I'm just gonna try it and see if I like it, and then we'll talk about it more. I knew I would like it because of what it's made out of, and I knew I would like it because of how it smelled when I was cooking. It was so good. So like I said, this is pretty much Karissa's Vegan Kitchen Impossible Meatloaf. I modified it slightly, but it's pretty much her recipe with a different topping on top. But oh my goodness, this is good. So it's the Impossible beef, breadcrumbs, and the whole, you know how to make meatloaf. I've made this before, but it was like years ago, and it was a lentil loaf before Impossible was really a thing. It was a lentil loaf, and it was awful, and I haven't had meatloaf since. But when I thought about doing it with the Impossible, I was like, that would actually be good. Let me give that a try. So I've got the meatloaf, some green beans, some garlic green beans, and also some potatoes with like seasoning corn and butter in there. And also some peach tea, unsweetened. It's like peach and black tea mixed together. So basically, let me just talk briefly and show you how I made this. So I just mixed the ground beef with breadcrumbs and all of the seasonings. There's a lot. There's turmeric and chili powder and salt and pepper and garlic and onion. And I, instead of using Worcestershire sauce, she said you could use soy sauce in the recipe. But I actually ended up using a little bit of A1 sauce, and I think that turned out super duper good. Baked that in the oven. The last couple of minutes, I threw a sauce on top. So I made a sauce while it was in the oven of ketchup, mustard, and sugar. This is the sauce that I put on top of that lentil loaf years and years ago. I put brown sugar, ketchup, and mustard. Dijon's a little bit better, but I used yellow here. And it was super good. And this time I made this pretty much the same thing, except for I added white sugar instead of the brown, and a little bit of A1 sauce, and the glaze turned out. And then I just quickly sauteed up some green beans and some garlic and onion and butter and whatnot, and then threw some instant mashed potatoes with some corn, butter, seasonings, and all that. And you've got the meal. That's pretty much it. It was really simple and easy. I'd never heard of Karissa's Vegan Kitchen, but this is the only recipe of hers I'm familiar with, but I like it. I'm getting a first impression that's good. I might check out some more of her recipes, actually. I like this a lot. She said in the posts about this that she's a big fan of Impossible, and as am I, so I'm going to see if she has any other fun things that she's done with Impossible. Because this is super duper good. It's very nostalgic. This is I made this type of sauce specifically. Some people put barbecue or just ketchup. I made this kind of sauce because this is very similar to what my family used to make when I was a kid. We used to make this exact meal. In fact, it would be meatloaf, but a standard beef meatloaf with green beans and mashed potatoes. And so this just hits that nostalgia. Food is so nostalgic. And like I said, I hadn't had this in such a long time, so I got a little bit excited when I was like, oh, I could have that again. Because like I said, in the past, I made a lentil loaf. Awful. I've seen other ones made out of chickpeas and some things, and that just sounds awful as well. No good, dude. But even I don't even think Beyond would do very well. Frankly, I think you kind of need the Impossible. I've not tried Beyond. It could probably do well. If you're a fan of Beyond, I think you'd like it. But I just don't like Beyond as much, so I don't think I'd like it. But I think that could work too, probably. I went heavy on the garlic. Like, every single thing in this meal has so much garlic. I'm a fan of garlic. So next, I just want to talk briefly about Vlogmas and what it's going to be like on this channel here. This is the first year I'm doing it. Obviously the first year I've really been on YouTube. So I'm going to join in to Vlogmas, but as with everything on this channel, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. It's going to be a little bit chaotic and messy and all over the place. And well, if you're not here for that, you might as well just leave the channel, because that's the channel Vlogmas or no. But basically, I've got a video planned every other day. I don't think that I can keep up with every single day. So I've got every other day of videos coming. Some of them are pre-planned. Some of them are topic videos. Some of them are fun, like Christmas themed videos. Other ones are going to be like in the moment vlogs, and I haven't filmed those yet because it'll be like Christmas activities. We're going to go see various Christmas lights and Christmas, what are they called? Markets, and do different things. So we're going to do stuff like that. I am not really big on a lot of the stereotypical parts of Christmas. Excuse me. You're not going to see a lot of like shopping hauls or like gift guides or, you know, wrapping Christmas presents or things like that on this channel. I'm just not big on gifts. My family in particular is not really big on gifts. We have the luxury of being pretty close to each other. So we see each other regularly. We give each other little gifts on the regular throughout the year. I know a lot of families aren't really able to do those things on a kind of regular basis, so Christmas is sort of like a big, you know, you go all out kind of thing and do it all at that time that you're able to, and you're all able to be together. My family gets together kind of regularly, so we don't do like a huge Christmas thing. We've ramped it up just a little bit now. It's more festive now that we've got some younger kids that are like Christmas age. It's fun for them, but again, we mostly focus on the kids more than the adults, and so we're gonna do some fun like kid activities for Christmas and whatnot. But I'm not gonna film my, you know, the little children in my family and put them on my channel. I just think that would be super weird. So we're not gonna get that kind of content either. But what you are gonna get, and what I do like to do around Christmas, I love to go see Christmas markets and Christmas light displays and Christmas shows and things like that. Like I said, along with like not gift giving and all that, I don't really decorate my house. I don't buy or own a lot of Christmas decorations or things like that. Honestly, it's just like my thoughts on it is like I go to the store frequently and see these items just all over. And what's the point of the item? Is just to look at it. It's like I don't need to buy it to look at it. It serves its function, and I don't have to buy it and bring it home and like pack it away and dust it and like move it with me when I move. I don't have to own it and deal with it, but I still get to look at it all the time. And then that's why I also like to go out to like the Christmas light displays and stuff, and see people who do like to decorate their house. That way I don't have to do it. Stuff like that. So we're gonna go see a lot of Christmas light displays. I've seen actually a few already. Things kicked off really early. I know December 1st is a lot of tree lighting ceremonies. I don't know if that's already on the channel or if that's coming after this video. But that is something that is happening as well really soon. And then later in the month, we'll have a lot more Christmas themes, but also just some random, I've got, you know, skate content and weight loss updates, because we're still doing the weight loss journey updates. How on earth do people mukbang? Like, how do you eat and talk? Oh my goodness, this is so good. I'm like transported back to my childhood home, surrounded by my family, eating dinner at the end of the evening. I just came home covered in dirt from playing out in the field all day, threw my bike down and ran inside, and Mom had dinner ready. Oh my god. So good. So that's mostly what we're gonna do for Vlogmas. Like I was saying, I am still on a weight loss journey. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to upkeep that through the holidays. I know we already did Thanksgiving, and of course I ate a little extra, but tried not to go too crazy and just like hit the gym. If you've seen my channel recently, I've been going to the gym. That's a new thing for me. I'm really liking that. That I talk about a lot in other videos though, so we won't get too deep into it here. The texture of this meatloaf is so good. I made it like thinner and flatter. A lot of meatloafs are like taller, and I don't know how to describe it, but I made mine like flatter and thinner, so there's more of the outside space and less of the inside. Because the outside gets like a little bit more cooked and harder than the inside. But it's still like a nice, it's just got a really good texture to it. It's really good. Yeah. I will be revisiting Karissa's Vegan Kitchen's website. Because this is super good. She's won me over. I'm going to have to eat and then talk and then eat and then talk. Because I don't know how to mukbang. Does anybody else happy dance when they're eating really good food? People always make fun of me. I'm always like happy dancing. Makes me happy. Like, I know that's just like a thing from childhood. I was like raised to, you know, feel that happy feeling when I get food. But like, food just makes me happy, man. That's what makes losing weight so hard. Like, I don't mind exercising at all. But food is just so good. And I can't out-exercise a bad diet. I feel like I'm eating too fast. I'm like starving. That's one thing I've noticed about going to the gym. I come home like ravenously hungry and food just tastes so good. I have to like slow it down. And as usual, my thoughts are all over the place. Talking about Vlogmas and Christmas light displays. I have several displays around me. I kind of go to a few of the same ones every year, and then whenever I find a new one or a new one pops up, I check that one out too. So we're gonna go. I know down in Orange County there's one in Fullerton, one in Brea. We're gonna go to those. Brea is a huge neighborhood that like practically every house in the whole neighborhood participates, and so it's just like this. You drive through or walk through the entire neighborhood. We love to get a hot chocolate and either drive through or walk through. Depends on if we have the dogs or not, but so when we have the dogs, it's too much. It's easier to just drive through and let everybody stay in the car. But sometimes we like to walk, or it depends on how cold it is, whatever. And there's some in Fullerton that I really like to visit because, again, I just love to do, I go with my family every year, so it's very, like, nostalgic Christmas tradition, very traditional for my family to do. And then we're also going to go, a new one is the Mission Inn. It's a hotel and spa. I've never been there. I'm not as familiar. It's in Riverside, I guess. But they do a huge Christmas light display, and I heard of it a couple of years ago, but they weren't doing it because of COVID. They were doing like partial, they weren't really doing, like there were some lights, but they weren't really doing it the way that I guess it is usually done. And this year, supposedly they're doing it the way it's usually done. It's back up, it's big, and there's vendors and all kinds of fun things happening in addition to all of the like massive light displays. So I'm going to go check that out too because I am very excited to see that. I love the tradition of revisiting the ones that I kind of like to go to every year. But it's fun to like throw in a new one too. Keep it fresh and fun. So I think I'm going to save some of the like more Christmas light displays and stuff towards a little bit, you know, towards the end of the month, closer to Christmas. Because I felt like it made more sense to kind of put some of the less Christmassy content in the beginning 2 weeks. Because like I said, we're not going to just like jump full-fledged into Christmas over here. Because I don't do that much Christmas activity that I can fill out a whole month with Christmas specific. So we've got a lot of Christmas coming. But this first just about week or so is not really going to be very much Christmas themed because I don't start doing Christmas activities yet. kind of it for me, guys. I just wanted to give you like a quick update, kind of talk about not only this meatloaf recipe because I was just a little excited about it, but also just to give you a quick update about what Vlogmas is going to be like. And I guess now is a good time to say, if you are interested in anything that I've talked about here in the videos upcoming, don't forget to subscribe down below. Go ahead and like this video while you're hanging out down there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!